What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. This is a video review of the Nerf Roblox Viper Strike. This blaster by Nerf is a spring-powered, side-prime, magazine-fed blaster, and it's designed after a rival from the video game Roblox. Let's get into it. Included is the blaster, disassembled, magazine, darts, instructions, and a virtual item. External overview of the Viper Strike. Starting up at the front, there's no in-strike barrel lug, but it does have this very cool snake head on the front of the muzzle here. You have these little rubber fangs that are flexible that move a little bit right here with the little eyeballs. It's a very intimidating muzzle. Moving back right here, we have a bipod. This is a built-in bipod. It's not an in-strike tactical attachment, but it flips out smoothly, clicks into place, has nice stable feet so you can set it down. That really adds to the sniper rifle vibe. And moving back up here, we have the scope. This is a built-in scope. Again, it's not an in-strike tactical attachment. You cannot remove it. It's totally built in. Of course, it doesn't magnify. It doesn't even have the plastic lenses, but it does have a plastic crosshair inside. It's not going to help you aim, but it definitely helps you feel more like a sniper. Moving down right here, we have the priming handle. It's present on the right and left-hand side. Full ambi, bro! The prime strength required is in line with other Nerf Elite blasters on the market, and it's a pretty smooth prime. However, the priming handles themselves are pretty flimsy. They're not really strong. They don't really inspire confidence. I don't think it's going to snap or bend or break off in any major way, but I really would have liked to see that a little stronger. Moving down to the magazine, there's a magazine release on the right and the left-hand side. Full ambi, bro! And to get the mag out, you pull the priming handle back, and then you strike the mag release and pull the mag out. The included magazine holds 6 Nerf Elite darts and is loaded like all the other in-strike mags. This magazine will fit into your other Nerf blasters, and this magwell is compatible with all of the Nerf brand magazines that I tried it with. So it works pretty well. It's a standard magwell. Moving on, over on the left-hand side, we have an unjamming button. After you prime this blaster, you're not able to prime it again. It's locked. This button disables that lock, allowing you to reprime the blaster, which is necessary to clear out certain types of jams and malfunctions. However, I did not experience any jams and malfunctions with this blaster. Down to the trigger pull is pretty standard. This blaster does not have slam fire. Interestingly, it doesn't have a trigger lock or slam fire. Usually it's one or the other. So you can hold down the trigger and prime, and it just failed to catch. So you're going to need to prime it again, and that's going to induce a double feed malfunction. I didn't experience any of those because I know what I'm doing, but these blasters are designed for newer Nerfers, and this is a jam waiting to happen. I'm really surprised Nerf didn't put in the standard trigger lock, which prevents you from pulling the trigger until the blaster's primed. It's easy to avoid the malfunction, just don't touch the trigger until you're primed and ready to fire. Now down to the grip. This grip is surprisingly comfortable. It looks very uncomfortable, but it fits my hand very well. I have much longer than average fingers, and my hand fits on there just fine. And it's going to be especially comfortable for the younger, smaller humans that this blaster is really designed for. And even with the thumbhole stock, this blaster is still very comfortable to use. And back to the stock, this is a fixed-in-place, non-adjustable, non-removable stock. It does seem a little disproportionately short compared to the rest of the blaster. But again, this one is designed for a much younger person, so it might be more comfortable for them. That is an external overview of this blaster. It's also worth noting the very cool texture in the shell. It's going after the snake vibe, but it gives it a very cool look. This texture is pretty deep. It feels very cool, and it gives it a very unique look. And the overall weighting and balance of this blaster is surprisingly good. But that's an external overview of this blaster. Now I'll show you it firing. Shooting blue Nerf Elite 2.0 darts. A little faster. Now shooting dart zone waffle head darts. Operating this blaster was pretty fun. It went just as expected. I did not experience any jams or malfunctions. The prime weight is normal, the priming action is pretty smooth, the trigger and magwell all work pretty well. I would have preferred this priming handle be a little stronger. It's pretty flimsy and flexes a little, but that really is my biggest complaint with this blaster. Everything else worked just as expected. To compare this blaster to others, I put it up on my chronograph and achieved an average velocity of 68 feet per second with Nerf Elite darts, which is pretty close to the 70 FPS Elite par right now. So it shoots very similar to the other Nerf blasters on the market right now. That is the objective information I I can provide on this blaster. Now to my personal opinion. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this blaster. It operates pretty smoothly, and I didn't have any jams or malfunctions, so it does as advertised. I personally won't be fielding it. I prefer the Fortnite BASR. I think that's a cooler sniper vibe. I think the Fortnite BASR looks more like a classic sniper rifle. It also has slam fire, and that priming handle is a little bit better than this one. This priming handle hasn't malfunctioned, bent, or broken off or anything, but it's pretty flimsy. Now to the question, to buy or not to buy. I think the people that purchase this and are going to be happy with it really like the Roblox game. You want something in real life to shoot real life Nerf darts that reminds you of something from your video game. Other than that, if you're really into snakes and you really like the cosmetics of this blaster, that's another good reason to buy this one. It operates pretty smoothly. I didn't experience any jams, so there's no objective reason to avoid purchasing this one. But it's nothing special. The thing that this offers is the cosmetics. I do think the snake head looks really cool, and the texture in the shell looks really cool, and it's going to look even cooler when you paint it, maybe add some dry brushing, which would catch the edges of the built-in texture and look really rad. But if you do buy this because you're a Roblox or a snake fan and you're newer to Nerf, just be cautious about the trigger notes I mentioned. There's no trigger lock, so don't hold down the trigger as you're priming it or you're gonna induce a double feed malfunction. So that's it for my review of the Viper Strike. If you'd like to purchase one of these, I'll put a buy link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching, bros, and as always, stay tactical.